Hello, I'm Who Are We, and today's lecture will focus on the paper by Forsman et al. In 2015, which reviews the potential of pike, or Esox Lucius, as an emerging model organism for studies in ecology and evolutionary biology. The usefulness of model species in ecology and evolution is indisputable, providing crucial insights into the causes and consequences of phenotypic and genetic biodiversity. However, to understand the complexity of these fields, it is crucial to combine several models, environments, and experimental settings. The Atlantic salmon, or Salmo salar, the three-spined stickleback, or Gasteros aculeatus, and the guppy, or Poecilia rectiluca, these scientific names are a pain to pronounce, are examples of established fish models, each having gained their position for partly different reasons. Forsman and colleagues investigate whether the pike, a non-mainstream species, can be a valuable addition to this existing set of fish models. The natural history of the Northern Pike. The pike, Esox Lucius, is a large-bodied, up to 130 centimeters, long-lived over 10 years, idioporous, repeatedly spawning, top predator fish species. It has a circumpolar distribution, occupying a broad range of aquatic environments, including eutrophic and oleotrophic lakes, rivers, and brackish waters. Its distribution spans approximately 24 degrees in latitude from northern Italy to Murmansk in northern Russia. The pike is considered a keystone predator that can exert top-down influence on fish communities, and due to its size, wide distribution, and abundance, it is important for recreational and commercial fishing. Publication trends and shifting research focus. A key component of this review is the literature search and analysis of publication trends, which the author conducted using the ISI Web of Knowledge, the Science Citation Index expanded from 1945 to present. Increasing research output. The results demonstrate a clear trend. The annual research output on E. lucius was relatively low until the 1980s, but has increased steadily thereafter, approaching 100 papers per year. This increase is observed both in absolute terms and relative to the total research output summed across all scientific disciplines. The rate of increase is noted to parallel the development seen in established fish models, though it has been as rapid as in those species. Temporal shift of focus. More significantly, the shift of investigation has changed over time. When pooled across years, physiology and disease studies made up the largest share, 34%, followed by ecology and evolution, 31%. However, while studies of physiology and disease dominated during the first half of the 20th century, these have declined since the 1970s. Conversely, studies on population ecology, evolution, and behavioral ecology have increased and now dominate research on E. lucius. Studies on community ecology are less common, but have increased since the 1990s. This shift towards ecological and evolutionary topics provides empirical support for the author's assertion that E. lucius is emerging as a model organism in ecology and evolution research. The authors also found that E. lucius articles are typically published in specialized journals oriented towards certain types of organisms, fish, or environments, and only a small fraction, 1.4% of 1,684 studies, are published in top-ranked journals. However, articles in top-ranked journals attract roughly 2.5 times as many citations as those in specialized or miscellaneous journals. The author suggests that if more research on E. lucius were published in prestigious journals with a broader scope, its scientific effect might increase, contributing to its establishment as an influential model organism. The suitability of E. lucius as a model organism. The authors argued that E. lucius is a valuable addition to existing models because it shares certain characteristics with other fish model species, but also differs in some important respects. Methodological utility, individual tracking. Due to their large size, pike can be individually marked using external and internal tags, which allows for the monitoring of behavior, movement patterns, depths, and body temperature. Life history reconstruction. Pike possess structures such as otoliths, upper column, or clethrome that are useful for indirect study and reconstruction of behavior and life history. Analyzing annual growth rings in these structures enables age determinism and reconstructions of past growth Analysis of trace elements in otoliths can inform about migration movements and habitat use. Evolutionary ecology, life history and strategies, and migration. The discovery of different life history strategies, specifically resident and adronomous forms in the Baltic Sea, makes the species suitable for research concerning consequences of habitat utilization strategies. Coupled with their homing behavior, this enables investigations into the causes and fitness consequences of resident versus migratory strategies. Population differentiation. The species-wide distribution and broad range of habitats open opportunities for future studies of population differentiation and comparisons along environmental gradients, allowing for the identification of potential ecological drivers of adaptive population variation. Genetic divergence. Lucius can be raised in common garden experiments using artificial fertilization to estimate heritability and adaptive genetic divergence (QSD) among populations. These data, combined with microsatellite markers for studying population genetic structures (FSD), allow for QSD minus FSD comparisons to evaluate the contribution of selection versus genetic drift to population differentiation. The external fertilization also offers possibilities to experimentally test for local adaptation via reciprocal translocation experiments. Genomics. Reparative genomics. Lucius is one of the few long-lived Eteroparosis fish species sequenced so far. Its genome and linkage map, Rondo et al. 2014, allow for its inclusion in comparative genomic studies among populations in different environments and across species with different characteristics. In conclusion, the trends in research focus on the biological characteristics of E. lucius, demonstrate its potential to contribute new knowledge and a better understanding of ecology and evolutionary biology, solidifying its position as an emerging model organism. Practical applications for fishing. The research on E. lucius' population and homing behavior can inform fisheries management by helping identify and protect distinct spawning subpopulations such as resident and adronomous forms, ensuring the sustainability of local stocks. Studies on the individual growth trajectories and size of maturity, which correlate with phenotypic and genetic factors, can guide the establishment of optimal harvest regulations and minimum size limits. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in the E. lucius, there is recently a book published on it called A Systematic Approach to Northern Pike Fishing, a data-driven guide to pike ecology, equipment engineering, and tactical fishing strategy. It will be linked in the description with a brief summary. Feel free to check it out, and thank you for watching.